Hi, I'm Chris Wade here at Six String Ranch in Austin, Texas. Thanks for joining us for the second video in our chart making series. In this video, we'll build upon what we learned in video 1 and we'll add a longer form. This time it'll be 12 measures instead of 8 measures like it was last time. And we'll also add stops with rests and split measures. In today's lesson, we'll be using a super common 12-bar form, the 12-bar blues. This one's going to be in the key of G, and you can expect to see all kinds of 12-bar forms throughout your musical career. It's super common. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Measure 7. Measure 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. And this time, there will be no stops. 4, 2, 3, 4, fifth measure, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 11, 2, 3, 4, 12, 2, 3, 4. I think of this like kind of a simple, basic swing kind of pattern. And the important thing to remember is that as opposed to letting it ring legato, like you would on your basic open G chord, we're doing a closed position here. So you play and then let the pressure off with your left hand. And you get this sort of, like Django Reinhardt called it, la pump. You get this like pump sort of propulsive rhythm. Okay, so let's take a second and see which chords we'll be using in this blues form today. So I'm using these 3-note kind of swing forms. The first one is your first finger on the E string, the low E string, 3rd fret. And the next, you skip a string and make sure you're muting with the A string with that index finger. And then we're going to use the middle finger on the 3rd fret of the D string. And then the 3rd note that we have is our ring finger on the 4th fret of the G string. So it's just a 3-note chord. This is a G7th chord. And then for the next chord in this example, we're using a C7. And again, it's a 3-note chord. So we've got a C, 3rd fret of the A string. We've got the 2nd fret of the D string on the E. And then on the G string, we've got the 3rd fret, which is the B flat. And then when we get to the D7 in this song, it's the same as the C7, just up 2 frets or a whole step. So now we're looking at the 5th fret of the A string, the 4th fret of the D string, and the 5th fret of the G string. This is a D7th chord. I'm going to give you 4 beats and then we're in. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7, rest, rest, rest. C7, rest, rest, rest. G7, rest, G7, rest. G7, 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 G7. And now that puts us at the 5th measure of our 12-bar form. Now for the next 4 measures of our 12-bar blues, we've got 2 measures of C7 and 2 measures of G7. I'll give you 4 beats and then we're in. 1, 2, 3, 4. C7, 2, 3, 4. C7, 2, 3, 4. G7, 2, 3, 4. G7, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll get to the part with the split measure when we get to the D7 chord. So for this final 4 measures of our 12-bar form, we'll have a measure of D7, a measure of C7, and for the final 2 measures, they'll each split the measure. So the 11th measure of the form is 2 beats of G7 and 2 beats of C7, and the final measure of the form is 2 beats of G7 and 2 beats of D7. 1, 2, 3, 4. D7, 2, 3, 4. C7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, C7, G7, D7. And now we're back at the top, where we'll just play time all the way through the second 12-bar blues chorus. So this is our second 12-bar blues, this time with no stops. I'm going to count you through it the whole way, and I'll give you 4 beats off the top, and we're in. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7, 2, 3, 4, C7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, C7, 2, 3, 4, C7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 2, the D7, 2, 3, 4, C7, 2, 3, 4, G7, C7, G7, D7, and we're back at the top. From the 6-String Ranch and the D'Addario Education Collective, thanks so much for tuning in to our second installment in our chart making series. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel below or check out more videos at 6stringranch.com. Thanks so much, and may the groove be with you.